Welcome to the Walking Twat in Norway. Day 4. I wanted this to be a daily thing, but apparently that's not happening. Because the second day, it was stupidly cold, so walking outside for a bit, well, I was literally freezing, so no. And the third day, well, it was stupidly cold, and it was raining, and we were away from the usual spot, so walking away was not exactly a great idea, and just, well, cold and fucking raining. And, well, currently we are barbecuing, and people have very different ideas on how you should barbecue. Some people are used to barbecuing on charcoal, and other people are apparently used to doing it on wood. Yeah, I'm in that first category. I'm in the category of people who barbecue on charcoal. But as people probably know, I'm an introvert, meaning that social stuff costs energy instead of getting energy from doing that type of stuff. Now, most of the day it's fine. I mean, I'm going to need some alone time probably when I'm back home. But so far, every day is pretty energy neutral. But social stuff just isn't quite my thing. And then it's in a very small room where people are all the time talking, and yeah, social stuff isn't quite my thing. I mean, I'm probably also going to make a video talking about the 25 step of never having friends. Which are also all from personal experience or something. Should be a fun video to make. Hey, if I suck at making friends, might as well make a fun video out of it. But no, I also have just problems with blocking out input. And many people have this for sight, I think, but I really have it for sound. I can't block out people talking. If there are 5 people having a conversation around me, my brain wants to listen to all 5 conversations at the same time, which is, as you can probably guess, extremely fucking tiring. So yeah, I had to leave that room for a bit, because my brain. And then the very logical solution to that for my brain is put in some music. You know, just add some more sounds to it. Add some more sounds to the input to deal with the problem of having too much input. I don't know why it works. I guess my brain can just then kind of focus on the music that it already knows so well. And then it just focus on that, focus on what I know, and then you can ignore the other parts. I don't know why it works, I just know that it works. And the other thing that I did find was I'm reading again. Now, most people also know that I'm dyslexic. Most people know that being dyslexic generally means that reading... Well, everybody knows that dyslexics read slowly. Generally, you need a bit more knowledge to know that dyslexics often tire very fast from reading. Just an hour of reading can be extremely exhausting. But so far I have found one writer, at least at the moment I found one writer, who makes it so that I can read his stuff. Dan Brown, the Da Vinci Code guy. And don't bother with that movie, because the book is better. I know that's a classic thing to say, and... well, I kind of say it with Harry Potter. I mean, the first 3 movies, maybe the first 4... The first 4 movies of Harry Potter, they do just as well what the books did. They are spectacular, they are grand. Especially for the first movie. The first book is all about the wonder of the wizarding world. And capturing that wonder is done very good in the movies. I mean, in the movies you can show it, so showing that wonder actually really works. but the later books have a very good plot, and a very good plot oh so rarely translates into movies. And yeah, Dan Brown also has plot and especially mystery heavy books, which don't translate generally don't translate well into movies, so don't bother watching the Da Vinci Code movie, just read the book, it's really good. And yeah, he actually can get me to keep reading. I think it is because he uses complex words, but he uses no unnecessary complex words. For instance, when I talk about something like programming or something, I'll use words that most people won't really understand. I'll use basically complex words. But I wouldn't use words that no people would generally get, or just unnecessarily long words for no reason. And that's basically also how Dan Brown writes. He uses long words, of course, but he uses them only when necessary. So it's very easy to read, which is, as you can probably guess, extremely important to someone who doesn't read extremely fast, has a tendency to read lines like 5 times, and who can get tired very easily from reading. Having very uncomplicated language makes it a lot easier to read. And of course, he also is the master of cliffhangers. For instance, I think it took like maybe a fourth of the book to get to something he built up to since the first... not the first paragraph, I think, but at least the first chapter. And then every chapter you think, oh, now it's going to come. No, it's not. Now it's going to come. No, it's not. Now it's going to come. No, it's not. And every chapter, 2 chapters are, at least at the start, very rarely about the same person. It's constantly cutting back and forth between a lot of different characters. And you would think that this would make for an awesome movie, but I don't think you can't do inner monologue, and some, if not many of these characters are often on their own. You get insight into a lot of characters, which is nice. And of course there's the thing that Dan Brown often writes about where religion and science collides, which I think is always an interesting topic. And of course there's the thing of the main character is... well, he's kind of Sherlock Holmesy. Kind of. I mean, he's a great main character for books like this. I mean, for instance, he has a photographic memory. Well, not a lot of people have that for obvious reasons. But it's really nice in a book. It means that he doesn't forget stuff. Which doesn't lead to annoyance when a character forgets stuff, but the reader didn't. And he is smart, but he always explains how the stuff works, and... well, smart people being smart is interesting to me. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I know that some people aren't a big fan. I know that Yahtzee isn't a big fan. At least he said so in one of his 0 punctuations. Which I don't know how serious you would take those, but yeah. But yeah, he can get a dyslect to continuously read. For instance, today I've already read about 100 pages. That's an impressive feat, because I just want to read more. So, the message of this video? Busy social things are very tiring to me, and I need more input to get rid of too much input. And then Brown makes books that a dyslexic keeps reading, which I appreciate. So yeah, I've no idea. This has been Vinx, saying farewell.